Okay, this is my third time trying to make this video. The other two times I have gone over 10 minutes, and you know YouTube won't let you put one up that's over 10 minutes, so I'm having to redo it. So, uh, anyway, what I'm doing in this video is I am addressing two films that kind of made me think about this. The first one is Expelled, and it's done by Ben Stein, and the other one is A Case for a Creator, and that's done by Lee Strobel. Strongly recommend you to look at those. I rented them off of Netflix, so they're there to see. A Case for a Creator is one of those that you could, hand out to people who are, real big into science, and they're, hung up on atheism and things like that. But the thing that came out in both of those was the place of science. And one of the things that I see whenever I'm looking at these the materials that's presented by King James only advocates is there seems to be this negative view towards modern scholarship, modern science, modern education. And these two videos made me think about that, and to realize that science, good science shouldn't be something that we're afraid of. The problem we have out there is there's so much bad science, but there's a move now among the creme of the scientists, your astrophysicists and all these different fields of study, and they are being led away from Darwinism and from evolution, and are starting to look at what is now called intelligent design. And that is, the things of the universe, both from its beginning all the way to its existence now, can't be explained honestly by Darwinism and evolution. But, everything points, the evidence points to a creator, to a designer. Anyway, so those two films kind of address that. The Expelled actually addresses the fact that many of these scientists and professors who are maybe not, pro intelligent design, but they're at least allowing it to be looked at, are being, they're being disciplined, punished, fired, all kinds of things. Anyway, so that deals with that, and then A Case for a Creator actually deals with the science itself, both dealing with the universe and also dealing with micro, DNA and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, it's very good stuff, very good stuff. But it made me think, it's like, why is there this anti-sentiment among King James only people towards modern scholarship? Well, I have a theory, and my theory is this. We as people, when we're convinced of something, when we think something is true, any evidence that counters that comes to us or is presented to us, we are immediately thrown into a position that psychologists call cognitive dissonance. More commonly, I was taught a phrase a long time ago: a person convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. And, if we're going to be honest students of the Word of God and of God Himself, we have to always be willing to subject our thoughts to His truth, right? I mean, because we're all subject to be wrong. I would hope that you would agree with that. So, what I'm doing in this series, like I said, is I'm trying to present the case. It's sort of like there's a trial going on. On one side you have the King James only advocates, and on the other side you have the non-King James only advocates. And so at one point in time in this debate, I was called to be a juror. Okay? And so I'm looking at the evidence that's being presented from both sides to determine which side am I going to, however you say, vote for, side with, whatever. And so I'm trying to follow the evidence. So what I'm doing in this series is trying to present to you the evidences that have convinced me to side not with the King James only side, but with the other side. But one of the problems I'm encountering, or that I'm seeing, and I see this in YouTube videos and comments that's being posted even on my own video, is this vicious attack of anybody who doesn't agree with them. Not a, looking at the evidence, looking at the arguments, looking at the facts. But it's almost like if there's a scholar or something that disagrees with you, you automatically want to say, well, they work for Satan. They're satanic. They're evil. They're wicked. And since the bulk of modern scholarship and theologians and things like that would not agree with the King James only position, well, then you just automatically label them as, whatever. And I'm going to tell you, as a juror sitting in on the trial, those kind of unsubstantiated attacks and labeling don't hold water. So, just want to throw that out there because it's really a turnoff, But anyway, I just wanted to mention that just to show you, because what's funny about it is the people who want to vilify modern scholars, they have no problems with the scholars of the 1611 time. Those scholars who were involved in the translation of the King James in 1611, they're lifted up. But modern scholars are cast down. And the only reason is because they're not they're not agreeing with the King James only mindset and only position. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Like I said, I'm presenting my evidences, or the evidence of this situation, and along the way I'm giving these commentary also. So, we're trying to follow truth leaves a trail, right? I mean, God has left, Romans 1, evidence beyond evidence of himself and his truth. So, and he's given us an intelligent mind to reason and to search the truth and to know the truth. So, that's what we're doing here. So, I just want to throw that out there. And I'm trying to eliminate the subjective stuff and deal with the objective stuff. Because subjective stuff, it's funny. I hear friends who are King James only, saying, but basically, now, excuse me if I'm not trying to mischaracterize anybody, but basically they're saying that they prayed to God and God answered, yes, the King James is the only Bible. But then you have people on the other side who say they prayed to God and God revealed to them that the King James isn't the only Bible. So, I mean, and I hate even using that word only, but well, how many Bibles are there? No, I mean, there's only one Bible, but anyway, I digress. The thing is there's so many people who, our feelings can mislead us, okay? I mean, you can have a Muslim praying, and you can have a Christian praying, and they're both convinced that their prayers confirm their thoughts and their beliefs. God doesn't deal just with people in their subjective consciences. He's laid out, there's external evidences. There's evidences outside of ourselves. And so that's what I'm wanting to deal with these and to show. So I'm just calling you to be a juror sitting in on the trial. I know many of you are already convinced of your position. But if at all possible, if you can be a juror sitting in on the trial as I present these things. And then at the end of the... I feel like I'm losing my voice. At the end of the day, we can, know where we stand and why we stand there. But anyway, like I said, I'm not anti-King James. Let me say that because I just know somebody just wanting to eat that out. I'm not anti-King James. What I am is I'm anti-King James only. That's what I'm anti. Okay, so thanks for your time.